Well, our next guest made quite a splash with her self-help book called Wash. Time to do your laundry. Author Maisha Howes has another book now that calls Black women in the workplace hidden gems. And she has a couple of books release events coming up in the city over the next couple of weeks. So Maisha, thank you so much for being with us and welcome to Intersections.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a product of the Pittsburgh Public Schools, and
I am.
you said you went to school and you thought you were going to go into education.
I did. I actually, so I'm Pittsburgh native, born and raised in the Hill District. I graduated from Perry Traditional Academy, the University of Pittsburgh, and Carlow University. While at the University of Pittsburgh, I just knew I would go into education. I even went back to Perry to do my student teaching. But there were other plans for me, and I am now in the human service field as senior leadership. But education keeps pulling me back, right? And so in writing these books, I'm figuring out a way to support the community and continue to educate other women and young people.
So when you released Wash a couple of years ago, that really was a trigger for people. It connected with people. Tell us what it was about and why you think so many people really gravitated towards it.
Because it's about the internal cleansing process, right? So many of us are comfortable with the outside, dressing up the outside, the presentation of the outside, and then we don't want to do our laundry, right? We don't want to do those things, that muck and mire inside that we need to clean up and really to make ourselves whole, right? So it triggered a lot of people. That is why I created a workshop series, because I was like, I can't have people just read the book and leave them there, right? I need to do the work with them to help move them through their process.
And WASH is an acronym, right? What does it stand for?
Withstand all strife to heal.
Okay, all right. So now you have another book called Hidden Gems,
Yes.
Black Women in the Workplace. Tell me why this was something that you wanted to, go after for your second book.
Just during a conversation with a friend of mine's, and she was asking me some questions for an interview that she was doing, and she said, "This is your next book," and I'm like, okay, cool. But then after I started thinking about it and I started reflecting on my experiences as a Black woman in the workplace, I said, absolutely, this is my next book, right? As a Black woman in the workplace, I believe that we are the hidden gems, right? Whether it's intentionally or unintentionally, I believe that we have so much light and we can illuminate and shine in a room that sometimes we are hidden and deliberately hidden, because if we were allowed to be out and shining as we are meant to be, we would completely take over.
Yeah.
So
Is it that we're missed, overlooked? What are you saying?
I would say missed, overlooked, disregarded, unappreciated. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So is the book for women or is it for everyone? And what do you want people to get from it?
Yeah, so I think the book is for everyone, right? Because I think the book will speak to everyone's responsibility for to create a space that is equal and that there is equity within the system. So it's not just for Black women, it is about Black women and some of our experiences, but it's not just for us, right? Because if you are a person in the room and you're not a Black woman and you see happenings, things going on with someone, one of your peers in the room, it's also your responsibility to speak up, right? If you see a Black woman who's supposed to be in the room and they're left out, it's your responsibility to speak up, right? So it's not just for us, it's about us, but it's not just for us.
Well, already people want to read this book because you have a book event, release event that's coming up this month?
Yes, March 25th.
But it's already sold out, you said?
Yes,
so
it is sold out.
We'll talk about the other one that you now have. So tell us a little bit about the one that's going to be April 15th.
So the one for March or April?
April.
April.
Yes.
So April 15th, it's at 1 p.m. at Vision Towards Peace in Wilkinsburg. And that one will be more of a discussion. I created discussion cards because who I am, I want to have the conversation. So I created some discussion cards. So people will come, they will have conversation, and really talk about our systems and how we can make them better.
All right. Well, Maisha, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being with us, and congratulations on
I
your book.
appreciate that.
All
Thank
right.
you.
And when we come back, I'll have my final word.